Hello, remember me from Slimming World? Do you remember me? Oh, not so bad. What about yourself? No, well, I've kind of levelled off, so I stopped coming because I kind of wasn't really moving.
You've done really well, you've done it.
Well, yeah,
People do get to a point like where
I'm not going to lose any more.
yeah, when you've just done it, do you know what I mean? It's like, well, you know, but then like if they start the game again, they come back.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I was always thinking, that one day I'll be back.
Yeah, I mean I've never left, but it's like, because I've really I've got quite a bit, but some people just like to go, and when they start the game again, they come back.
Yeah. I mean, I got into a routine for quite a long time, and then after a while I thought, well, I'm only going because I'm going. Not really, you know.
She has to do virtual ones now. We went back beginning of, I think, September, for about a month, about a couple of months, and then 2 weeks ago in lockdown she had to start doing Zoom again.
Yeah. It's not the same, is it?
No. Because you've got to weigh yourself, and you can tell her anything.
And people do. I mean, that's the thing about some. I mean, you know, I sit there and I see people who don't lose any weight and they can't understand it. And of course, you know, you then start to, oh, I had a takeaway last night. I had a doner kebab or whatever it is.
When you oh, well, I had a Chinese last night.
Yeah. I mean, the worst thing I heard, from people was how their colleagues at work were so horrible. You know, they're not about saying, oh, you know, you're doing this for your health, so we're going to support you all the way. People are trying to sabotage them.
What you can't do is talk about it with people.
Yeah.
Unless they go to Slimming World,
Yeah.
and they know about it, you can't talk about it with people.
Because it's a challenge, see if they can get you to eat a cream cake. I mean, how horrible is that?
They're like, oh, one won't hurt. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. So, but yeah, I've even had family members do the same thing.
Yeah, it's like a joke to them.
Yeah, it is a joke to them.
But it's not.
The thing is, though, the worst ones, the very worst ones, the ones who lose weight themselves, they don't want to see other people lose weight. They don't like it.
I mean, that's just crazy because it's we're all in it together. You know, that's the whole point of Slimming World, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a competition.
Yeah, I know. And everyone's different, for God's sake, you know.
I mean, the thing that got me into it, I just literally made my mind up I was going to do it. But what got me into it was the fact that it worked.
Yeah, what?
As soon as it starts to work, you get on a roll, you know.
10, 11 stone in the end, didn't you?
I lost 10 stone, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't look like you put on any over the lockdown, and there's another lady who walks past there, she's put on a stone and a half.
I only put on about 6, 7 pounds. I think when I went back, and I hadn't been doing Zoom or nothing, because I am doing Zoom now, but I didn't do Zoom the first time for those 5 to 6 months. And I'd only gained 5.5 pounds. Some people have gained stone.
Yeah, I know. Just comfort eating.
Stones, whereas I'd really sort of like, you know.
Are you working from home mostly then?
No.
Because if you work from home, you probably lose more, because you've got control.
There's that to it, but I just think, like, what the job I'm doing is very physical, which helps. So, but I was doing really, really well until we went into lockdown in the first time, and I'd managed to lose like 2.5, 3 stone since the previous August.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, no, and I've done really well.
Yeah.
Not this year, I've not been able to lose much at all.
Yeah. But at least you know you can do it. It's all in your head, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know you can do it. If other people were to keep out of it and stop trying to sabotage you, you probably...
Yeah, but I need the group properly, because I do get sabotaged where I am now.
Yeah,
Badly.
that's horrible.
Yeah, and it is awful.
I mean, you know, you hear about people's partners as well sabotaging them and all this. Oh, God.
They do. She had a man go years and years back. He'd been in a couple of times, and he was a good 30, 32 stone. He was a big guy. His wife, she wasn't all there in the head. He'd joined Slimming World, she'd come with him. She wouldn't join herself though, she'd just be there to support, but she needed to lose weight herself, like what I was saying. They'd then leave Slimming World, then I'd go around, I'd see him in Albans, and she's loading up the trolley with crisps, pies, French sticks, things like that.
And they wonder where it comes from.
Feeding him.
Yeah.
And 2
Yeah. You know, there is a form of abuse which is called stalking, where if usually it's men, because obviously men are the major abusers. They overfeed their partners because they think if they're fat they're not going to run away.
Yeah.
Because they're so insecure.
Yeah, but this guy was on the verge of, if he carried on, I would be surprised if he's still alive. Because he was
Yeah, I know.
overweight.
Well, I mean, I was heading in that direction. I don't think I was that bad, but I was heading in that direction. I mean, I've got a friend he's had COVID and he's got long COVID now. And I mean, honestly, if he lost 5 stone, his life would be so much better.
Yeah.
But he's kind of, you know, it's all in the mind. It's because he's depressed.
Think about being overweight like to that level. I mean, I'm not talking just a couple of stone. I'm talking just really very overweight, like 10 stone plus. You just seem to not be able to fight things off as easy as if you were slimmer.
Yeah. But also it feels like such a huge task.
Yeah.
It's like when you look at your house, think you're going to do. If I start cleaning the house, well, I mean, my house isn't very tidy, and of course, I think it's so enormous. It's easier not to start,
Yeah.
and that was the same with my weight.
You have to start somewhere.
Of course, yeah. Journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
I was extremely overweight. I was huge. I was massive when I first started. I've been going nearly 11 years now.
Really?
And I was huge. And basically, if I put myself to go down there, I gave myself 2 years to do it. I managed to get it all off basically in about 18 months.
Yeah.
And I just wait for it.
Yeah.
And I was able to do it.
But it's in your head, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you were determined, you did it.
Like, things happen, I've gained a bit back. It's not the end of the world, but I still go for that. But I'm nowhere near the weight that I was. But it's just, I just think for the rest of my life, someone told me actually, you're going to have to do this for the rest of your life.
Yes, I feel that as well.
Diet
Yes.
for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, well, just to lose weight, you have to do it all the time. Even if you don't go to the group, you have to do what they taught you to do in that book.
I still eat the same food as I ate when I was. I've relaxed a little bit. A few things. I have a little bit more porridge in the morning than I used to, and a few other things. But it's still basically the same ingredients. But it's all about having control, isn't it? It's about having control of your life.
Yeah. It's just about control,
Once, I mean, like Alison, she jogs down here sometimes, and I still say, I mean, she was obviously lost control of her life. Now she's completely in control of her life, and you know everything has come right.
Yeah, I think
But it's not just the weight that she's lost; it's also the fact that her life is under control.
yeah, I mean, she does everything that, I know, I've spoken to her, I know the areas that she struggles with, but she feels she needs to do to keep that control. It's different to somebody else.
Of course, yes.
Control methods,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And it's just like, and I mean, I don't do alcohol, and it's not that I'm against it, it's not that I don't love it, but it's not that I hate it or anything, but it's because of the calories.
I stopped drinking because I got fed up with it. Literally got fed up with it.
Honestly, alcohol and pizza
Yeah.
are the 2 worst things. Cut them out, and Coke.
Bread.
Coke.
Bread.
Yeah, anything breaded.
Yeah.
Anything breaded. Pastries as well, but I always say alcohol and pizza are the worst things you can have.
Yeah. But I've just kind of, you know, I've changed my relationship with food. I've just fallen out with food. I just eat enough so I don't feel hungry, and eat wholemeal pasta until I don't feel hungry. I don't go looking for taste anymore. You know, I look for satisfaction.
Yeah.
So if I have like chickpeas and wholemeal pasta, I feel satisfied, even though it's very bland taste. So I no longer have this craving for taste. I used to eat curries like they were going out of fashion. I used to love strong tastes,
Yeah.
and I used to love cappuccinos, all this sort of stuff, but I've just shut that out of my life now.
I think what it is
But I've decided that I've decided it's bad for me. And people say, well, doesn't that make your life miserable? Well, yeah, being fat made my life miserable. You've got to make a choice, haven't you? What do you want that makes you miserable? Yeah. I was having trouble getting up the stairs at home. You know, 1 flight of stairs. When I first went to the gym, in the swimming pool, I used to take the lift up to the gym because I couldn't get up the stairs. I mean now, yeah, this is my daily ride to St Albans and back.
Yeah, I'm going to walk to Welling Garden and back now.
To where? To Welling Garden?
Yeah, I did yesterday. I do quite regularly. I actually work over there. I've never been this week, but I do actually work over there wherever possible. Not so much now it's getting dark and cold, but in the summer I'll work there.
Yeah. I do it not just for exercise, but also for my mental health, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a big problem with that at the moment, actually, for various reasons. But I feel a lot better after I get back from the cycle ride. It takes about an hour and a bit, and when I come back, I'm kind of normal.
Yeah, you feel better. It does make you feel better.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why about walking and stuff. I don't like gym, but I like about walking my anxiety.
Have you ever thought of getting a bike?
I used to bike ride, not really. I might do, but I'm a walker. I love walking.
But it's quicker
Yeah,
when it comes to getting to work and things like that.
Yeah, probably cheaper.
Well, I don't know. I spend a lot on this bike because things keep breaking, and the tyres wear out, and I just had to have a new wheel on the back.
All right.
And then the chain breaks, and the bits fall off it, and all the rest of it, and then bits fall off me. And then the clothes cost a fortune because you got to buy all the special clothes, and you got to buy like a latest carbon saddle with a sprung seat post. And I was in a bike shop. I got one of these vouchers to service my bike and took it to the shop in Potter's Bar. And I was looking at this bike and said, "Is that one of them like £2,000 bikes?" And they said, "No, that's one of them £5,500 bikes."
Oh really?
This cost 50 quid on eBay.
Oh really?
But in January, when nobody was riding them, I was so lucky that I got it because you couldn't buy them in the summer.
During lockdown, people started getting into their hobbies.
Yeah.
But I've worked throughout the duration. I haven't had any furlough or anything. I've worked. So.
Well, I've been working from home through the whole thing, which has been a great relief. They tried to make us go back onto the campus, and we do occasionally have to go back on. But it's like, everybody's wearing masks. It's like going to a hospital. And they think that's good for the students' mental health. I mean, they're terrified. They get a bus at 7 o'clock in the morning from Luton to come into, this place that's decked out like a nuclear, I'm just focusing on myself.
I'm exempt.
Oh really?
The
Oh, good.
amount of people that ask me why I'm exempt, excuse me.
None of your business.
Yeah.
Get up out of that wheelchair and walk, I know people are really weird. But the thing is, I see people who aren't exempt, walking. I mean, I stopped going to Aldi in Hatfield now because half of the people in there aren't wearing masks. A lot of them is bloody students as well.
Yeah, it's their choice to run that risk. But people shouldn't challenge individuals.
Of course not, no.
You're not supposed to. And also, there are people that don't wear lanyards that are exempt. You don't have to wear lanyards.
I know. But obviously, if you saw the people that are going to Aldi at Hatfield, you would say they're not people who could wear a lanyard. They're people who just couldn't care less.
There's a lot of them that, I don't have to wear it, but I do, which just sort of makes things easier. But I'm not wearing masks for reasons. The thing is, though, and I am exempt. I have medical.
But it's nobody's business why you're exempt.
It's terrible. It's actually another form of discrimination.
Yeah, but it's giving people an excuse to butt in to other people. And the sort of busybodies who like doing that have been handed an excuse. At the very least, yes.
The amount of can of worms people think they've got the right to 7 will actually will say, why are you wearing a mask, why are you exempt? None of your business, excuse me.
Yeah.
And they don't have the right to ask at all. But, it's like when, losing weight and stuff like that. It's like, I've had people say you shouldn't be doing Slimming World, you look fine, blah, blah, blah. Again, none of your business.
Of course not, no.
And I will go, I do one thing, I will think myself, the amount of people, these people that go on about Slimming World, oh, it's a waste of money, the amount of cigarettes and booze they
I know.
no, you don't think so, and I don't smoke or drink.
Yeah.
So, pot, kettle black, really.
But I mean, it's up to you why you do things. I mean, I know people who are much more overweight than you, and I don't say anything to them because if they ask me, because the women at work are always, because they're obsessed with weight loss, when they see they lost a lot of weight, they all want to know how I did it and all the rest of it. So I say, but the thing is, it's if they're happy like they are,
yeah, of course.
then who is telling you you've got to lose weight? I'm not telling you to lose weight. Now, if your doctor tells you, that's completely different. Or, I mean, there was one.
He's got a very high BMI, the doctor recommended
Yes.
it.
I mean, there was one girl who's she's a nurse, and she was talking to Slimming World, and it was to do with her identity. She actually had always been thin, and so she identified as thin. So when she saw her reflection that's why she decided to lose weight. Well, fair enough. It's all to do with her identity. It's not somebody else telling her. Yeah. I've always identified as fat. I still think I'm fat. No. But not because I think I look fat, but because my mind is fat.
Yeah, when I couldn't use this, what I said to her, I used to, when I did lose all my weight, and I did get very thin actually, under Slimming World, and I got down to Target, I used to walk past the window and be like,
who's that?
Yeah, someone was following me, and I didn't recognise myself, because I think I'm in my head tapped up, and she still uses that as an example of things that people experience when they lose weight and stuff like that, and then, and I would still go into a shop and pick up a size that's precisely too big for me. I still do it now. I actually just dropped the dress size just this year, and I'm still looking at the larger size, because my head is still not caught up. I'm still not accepting that I'm small.
Yeah. But I mean, if it's something that you want to do, then you've got to accept it as a victory.
Oh yeah, and you do, and you're glad, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not like that. I'm not like that size anymore. I'm a smaller one. That's nice.
But the thing is, there was nothing wrong with you before.
No.
There's nothing wrong with being big. I mean, I've spent most of my life over 20 stone. It's only the last 2 years that I've dropped below 16 stone. So, I can't lecture other people about their weight because I spent 40 years over 20 stone. I had to change for health reasons. I mean, actually, I'm more proud of being fit than losing weight. I'm more proud of the fact that I can cycle to Albans and back in one go on this thing. Yeah. That to me means more than what I look like, because I'm just not a aesthetically driven person. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. My wife keeps telling me that I look better. Well, I'm very happy for her. But I'm on the inside looking out. It doesn't make any difference to me. Yeah. The fitness is what makes a big difference to me. And the two things are connected. If I didn't lose the weight, I wouldn't be able to do this. Yeah. And I feel fitter now than I felt ever in my life, really. Well, certainly in the last 30 years. That's what, that's to me, that's the victory. So happens that, I'm getting old and it's a bit late to do it, so I wish I'd done it 30 years ago. Anyway, give my regards to everybody when you see them, and tell them that I don't think I've put on much of it. I'm still fighting the good fight, and I'll probably see them again at some point.
Yeah, well, honestly, if you start to sort of get to about 7 pound gain mark, you do what I'm saying, you don't push it, but then you need to come back. So I've seen people come back and gain
Oh no. But the trouble is, I'm so big that you wouldn't notice 7 pounds on me. I was losing £7 in a week and then putting £7 on the next week.
Yeah, no, she will say to you, like, there's no, you know, she always does things like,
Yeah. But the being weighed every week was probably the biggest, the biggest incentive, because it's reality. It's not what you think, because everybody, I've lost some weight this week, and they go on the scales and they put on £4. There's, it's just a great leveler. So I don't think I'll be going back until it's actually in person again. I mean, hopefully.
Hopefully, after this second lockdown, they won't. I just think this is a very soft lockdown.
Well, it's gonna come back again in January and February, because the university students are a big driver of this. All the university students are going to take their COVID back here, spread it around to all their school friends when they see them all at Christmas, and then they're going to take that back to their university, and there's going to be an enormous surge in January, February time, and I reckon there's going to be another lockdown before Easter. But I mean, this time, the thing is, it's all temporary. It's horrible, but it's temporary. I mean, it can't go on forever. I mean, even the pandemic in 1918 only lasted 4 years, killed 100 million people, but after 4 years, everybody was immune. On that cheerful note, see ya.